Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Chelsea. So we're taking on league leaders Manchester United today at the Bridge. We will get the summit of the Premier League back if we should defeat them today. Looking to defend the title, of course. In reality, the Premier League a notoriously difficult title to defend, but I'm hopeful we can do it here. It caught my eye actually just now that Robert Lewandowski is the top goal scorer and is only second to Hazard in terms of his average rating, which is baffling because he's been utter mince in some games as far as I'm concerned. Chalobah won't be playing today due to injury. Conte will come back in for that midfield spot. David Luiz will return to the bench. Actually, Andreas Christensen is coming out for Lindelof, who did well alongside Zuma in previous games. Paul Lopez, of course, gives up his shirt to Thibaut Courtois today. Hazard is the decision for me. I'm going to go with Fabregas ahead of Werner as well. Hazard. See, the fitness report said 60 minutes for Hazard. You know, I'm going to stick him on. He's going to start ahead of Charlie Mazonda. I think we need to risk him. We need to beat Man United today. Interesting formation. So they're going with De Gea, Aurier, Smalling, Bailly, Nacho, Blint, Nainggolan, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Martial and Rashford. So they're pretty damn strong up front. I think possibly down our right hand side we might get a bit of joy with Nacho playing out there. He's not exactly a top class defender, I don't think. We owe Man United after what happened last time, which I assume is true. I don't really recall what happened last time. Hazard now running forward, start the game, tripped by Pogba, goes to Batshuayi as we try and probe forward, Daley Blind clearing it. Rashford manages to get it ahead of Zuma, which is not great, but Matic will nick it back. And that's the kind of steal that we need against Man United here. And it's a free kick to Chelsea. Rashford in the book, nice. He can't really put himself about too much up front now. 20 minutes, looking to pass uneventfully, unfortunately. Is Nacho in the book? Nacho is in the book, nice. It's possibly worthwhile going with the 2 up now. Maybe getting us some wingers and see if we can't run it Nacho in the second half at least, because my god, this has been death to watch. Is Fabregas in the book? Nope. Referee keeps his cards in his pocket, but this has been an absolute atrocious game. I'm going to go with the wee old Man United thing again. We'll go with this formation so we can get some guys wide. Hazard is going to play on that left hand side. I'm going to allow him to be the inside forward, which is of course his preference. Lewandowski and Batshuayi will be up front. I'll allow him to be a complete forward. Batshuayi will be a false 9. Fabregas has to come off, and he will come off for Victor Moses, who I guess can play as a winger on that side. Yep. Run wide with ball. Does he get... Let's see. Dribble more. Yeah, he always gets dribble more. Alright. Okay, I'm going to try and exploit the right flank. It's not something I usually tell them, especially with Hazard being on the left hand side, but I just think Nacho's not exactly the best defender in the world, and he's in the book. So I think we can run at him, hopefully. Rashford losing out to Lindelof there as we start the half. A bit of tenacity again, but we really need more. Been poor here. Valencia and Lingard coming on for Man United. What's their formation looking like now? Still the same. Pogba off for Herrera, and at this point we're absolutely going to have to go for this a bit more now. We might open ourselves up to a counter-attack from Rashford there being up front, but we have to do something. It's been really that poor. Lewandowski's going to come off for Timo Werner. I'm going to play as an advanced forward, and I'm going to also bring in... I'm going to put on Charlie Mazonda in the midfield to accompany Conte. Give us a bit more of an aggressive look. There's a booking for Conte, and I'm going to tell them assertively now to push forward because we need to get the win here. 0-0 is absolutely atrocious. Specifically with 16 shots and not one of them being worthy of showing us. That is absolute poison. The fact that we can have a game where nothing happens, literally nothing. No, 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 I'm not going to tell them they were good. That was pathetic. I would like to see the game. I mean, you know, not meaning to sound salty here or anything like that, but I would like to see the real life game where a team has 21 shots and not one of them is worthy of showing. It's a bit suspect. It's very, very rare that a game is that dull in real life. I mean, have you ever seen Match of the Day and they just say, oh well, unfortunately we're not going to be showing you the Man United versus Chelsea game because nothing happened? It's a bit suspect. But we march on. A good result for Manchester United there, of course, holding on to the summit of the league after coming to the bridge. They will be confident of winning the title, having already visited us when we still need to go to Old Trafford. We are away now at Arsenal now at the Emirates Stadium as Manchester City beat Liverpool with a Coutinho double, 4-2. Get our Champions League knockout draw before we play Arsenal. Hopefully we get a nice easy one there. We've been seeded, but the unseeded teams include Juventus. As long as we don't get Juventus, I'm confident. Spurs play Monaco, Arsenal play Barcelona, Lyon play Man United, Leipzig play Chelsea. Alright, I think we can beat RB Leipzig. I'm confident of that one. Take on a refreshment here as the game saves. Come on. Come on now. Okay. Matic is out for 4 to 5 days, of course. Arsene Wenger's talking shit. Whatever. Get me to the game. Come on. I just want to see a good performance here. I've been downright crap so many times this season. Ugbo performs pretty crappy for Barnsley, which is a bit disappointing after he scored 2 goals at Carrow Road against Norwich. Okay. Leicester appoint Paul Lambert from Wolves. Decent appointment, I would say. Okay, so it's game time. All late games today on Wednesday for the Premier League. Nemanja Matic coming out. I mean, Willian can go onto the bench. I'm going to put Christensen in there. Conte is suspended, so Charlie Mizonda will come in. And there's a spot on the bench, I guess, for Baba Rahman. You can switch with Willian, I suppose. Where are we? Right, that'll do. I don't think there's any other changes we have to make. Or do I want to change the formation? Do you know what? I do want to change the formation. Let's go... Let's actually reload this because I've tinkered about with it a little bit and I want to go back to the base formation. So Courtois will be the goalkeeper, who's still wanted by PSG and Monaco. Our right back will be Azpilicueta, who's wanted by PSG. Centre backs Zuma, who's played really well recently, and Lindelhoff, who's also played well. Our left back will be Alonso, who is wanted by Real Madrid. Central midfielders, Fabregas and... Wow, that's hard. Christensen, I guess. The wide men, Willian and Hazard, I guess. Up top, Lewandowski and Batshuayi. So, on the bench, Paul Lopez, David Luiz, Victor Moses, Baba Rahman, Charlie Muzonda, Nathan Ake and Timo Werner. It's not exactly our strongest side, but hopefully we can do this against Arsenal. Man United away at Sunderland today. I would expect United to win that one, but who knows. The Arsenal team today: Petr Cech, Bellerin, Mustafi, Koscielny, Monreal, Coquelin, Cazorla, Iwobi, Ozil, Sanchez and Giroud. I like playing against teams who don't have about a million new signings. They actually don't have any new signings in the entire 18 today. That's pretty cool. I expect nothing but a win. Let's hit them with that. And what will we tell them this time? Nothing seems to bloody well work. Do you know what? I'm gonna cautiously tell them there's no pressure on them. Maybe they need a little soothing for a change. Normally you'd say a draw here is a good result, but we really need wins. And Man United are 2 up through 2 early Paul Pogba goals, so we need a win probably to keep pace with them now. And Hazard, Lewandowski and Batshuayi all performing poorly in the opening half. Can't win it seems. Willian performing poorly as well. I tell you, we seem to have it more or less right at the back, but going forward we are just useless. It's now been 135 minutes since we created a chance. It's been 135 minutes since anyone created a chance against us, but that somehow doesn't make me feel as good. Alexis running at us here. Cutting inside, plays it to Giroud, bit of danger here, outside to Monreal. Arsenal starting well in the second half, but we do manage to pinch it and Azpilicueta will play it forward. Good, a bit of action now. Free kick, Muzonda plays it to Christensen, got some options. Hazard now, can he beat his man? Oh, he plays in Lewandowski. Oh, Lewandowski fluffs his lines again in a big game. Really don't know what's happened to him. I'm willing to bet he didn't do this when he was playing for Bayern. Courtois now with a long goal kick towards Werner, who will flicker on, but it will be picked up easily by Mustafi. He'll play it to Bellerin. Bellerin will go back to Petr Cech. Lewandowski trying to close down. Forward it goes. Ozil wins it in the air. Heads it to Coquelin. Ozil plays it forward. Lindelhoff away. Christensen losing in the air to Ozil. There's something wrong with this game. Hazard getting forward, playing it to Muzonda. Muzonda quickly to Willian, moves inside, playing it to Werner. He's got some support there. He goes back the way to Azpilicueta, who's coming inside now. His ball to Willian's poor, but finds Lewandowski, who gets himself a goal in a big game. 14th goal of the season for Lewandowski, assisted by Willian, in from the cold. Happy enough, I suppose. Has to hold, but absolutely has to hold this. An injury for Cazorla, not complaining. Xhaka and Welbeck coming on now for Arsenal. And it's a booking for Timo Werner. I'm alright with that. I'm alright with my strikers getting booked. Harry Kane puts Spurs ahead at Anfield. Another Arsenal free kick. Azpilicueta in the book. I'm not okay with my fullbacks getting booked. Petr Cech here to take the goal kick. The free kick after the offside. Forward towards Welbeck. Headed away by Zuma. Unfortunately picked up by Coquelin. Now here's Xhaka. Xhaka over the top for Alexis to chase, and he does. Azpilicueta's asleep at the wheel. Whipped in. Jesus, I don't know what happened there. Hits off the post and Courtois just legs collapse him out underneath him. Theo Walcott now on for Alex Iwobi as we move approaching the last 15 minutes here. David Luiz will come on for Kurt Zuma, I suppose. I was going to take one of those guys who were in the book off, and I just couldn't make up my mind what one. Watch Azpilicueta get sent off now. I'm going to tell the boys to just concentrate here. As long as we keep the head, this should be a good victory for us. There's another booking, this time for Willian. Another free kick as Mkhitaryan and Kane just make the victories certain for their sides. Clock's still ticking there. We're just going to absolutely batten down the hatches now. Something's going to happen though as Pogba makes it 4 to United. Willian finds Muzonda. Here's Hazard now. Can we seal the game? Hazard plays in Werner. Bit of a chance. It's blocked. It's Lewandowski. It's a double for the big man. That's more like what he would have done at Bayern Munich. 15th of the season. A great result today. Disappointment still looms over what happened against United at Stamford Bridge, but you know what? to some degree, I would have accepted this the other way around. If we'd have came here and got a hard-fought draw, but we would have beat Man United at the Bridge, I would have accepted it. So you know what? I have to accept it this way around as well. Yep, I'm pleased with him. You know, I'm pleased with Lewandowski. Player of the match, 2 goals. He was missing in the first half. But I'm going to have to eat my words. He stepped up in a big game when we needed him. We've been fined 25 grand for failing to control our players. Okay. That's what a small meal costs in our fucking club canteen. Right, so that's the end of the episode, guys. We're leaving it off on a good note today. The Man United game was absolutely stinking, and I will not blame any of you who skipped that to get to this point in the video. If you have enjoyed the video, probably because of the Arsenal game, then please drop down below and leave a like. It would be much appreciated. It does help the channel more than you realise. And I'll see you next time when we're taking on... Who are we taking on? Who are we taking on next time? This is woefully bad preparation. We're taking on Sunderland, of course, away from home next time. So, I will see you then.